Cal here, and today we are out for a ride on this beautiful February day here in Grand Junction, out at One Troops. It's been kind of cold the past couple days, but today was nice and sunny, so we are out for a ride today. Yeah, and also this video is going to be my long-term review on my bike, which is the Marin Attack Trail xt8. About this bike like a year and a half ago now. So I've got lots of time riding on it, different places, racing on it. I've gotten up pretty well, of course, some upgrades to it, and I'm going to go through those right now. Okay, so first off, the frame. The Marin Attack Trail frame, this new one, has been around for a couple of, I think this is the third year now, third model year of this design. They kind of went with they went away from the old suspension linkage that Marin had, where it was all up in here, and went to a more conventional kind of 4-bar rocker link, dual link, whatever. Very similar to Giant with their Maestro. Looks really the same. A lot of people often mistake it for Giant because the suspension. Frame, aluminum. It has okay geometry. By nowadays, for kind of 150, 160 travel enduro bike, it's getting a little bit out of date. It's a little steep, but it's not too bad. It's a 66.5 degree head angle, and I think a 73 degree seat tube angle. And it's got decent reach for a size large. I'm about 6 feet, and it fits me just fine. I don't like super short bikes or super long bikes. I kind of like them right in the middle, and this fits me just fine. So now on to suspension here. We have it came stock with a RockShox Pike RC 160. If you know anything about bikes, you know that the Pike is one of the best trail forks out there. It kind of redefined the segment of the kind of mid-travel trail bike fork a couple years ago when it came out, and it's got the Charger damper with the low speed compression up here and the rebound down here, air, everything. Works flawlessly. Every 100 hours you do the seal change, oil change, clean them. It works perfectly. Don't have any complaints about this fork at all. I do run the tokenless, the bottomless tokens. I tend to either run 0 around here on the rocky terrain. I think it works a little better. Having a little bit linear feel on the kind of slower speed, more technical stuff, 0 works better. But back home in Eagle or doing lift days or racing, I usually put 2 in to help it ramp up and keep it nice and steady. So yeah, no complaints about that at all. If you know anything about it, you know the Pike, you know it's a great fork. It's just as good as everyone says. The RockShox Monarch Plus Debonair. This is not the stock shock. It came with a regular Monarch RT on the bike, but last spring I switched it out, looking for something just a little bit more aggressive. I was planning on getting an X2, but at the time I wasn't sure if it fit on this frame, because it does kind of have a tight fit around here. Kyle Warner, one of the factory riders from Marin, runs an X2, so I could have done that. But I went with this instead, a little bit lighter weight, kind of all mountain shock, and it works really good. I do like it. I've always liked RockShox. I've always ridden RockShox on my bikes. I like it a lot, and this is the first time I've ever had a Monarch Plus, and there's one thing, and it's the Debonair can. It's the bigger, the higher volume can with the bigger negative air chamber. I don't like it. I've ridden bikes, demo bikes, with a regular Monarch Plus on it, and I think it rides better. This shock has kind of a weird tendency. I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know if it's the frame, the way suspension works, or the shock, but it has a weird tendency to kind of sit in the middle of its travel, like sit in like 40-50% of the sag range, and it's kind of weird. And also you have to put a lot of air in it, and like I said, could be the way the suspension is. I've also read some other people saying the same thing on a forum, that with riding gear, I'm about 180, and right now there's 225 psi in there, and that's to get just barely 30% sag. The 3-position switch, open, middle, closed. Well, not closed, but firm. I don't really use the middle section that much. I don't know, a lot of people say they use it a lot, but I don't. Pretty much descending, it's always in the open mode. Climbing, always in the closed mode. Okay, second upgrade was obviously I put this Race Face Ride crankset on here in blue with a narrow wide to make it 1x. Now this is a 1x10, came with a 2x10. This year's model year of this bike now comes with a GX 1x11, so they all come with 1x11. Now this is 1x10. It works okay. I mean, obviously it's nicer to have that bigger gear in the back, another gear so you can run a bigger chain. You have more range. Obviously it's nicer. I've ridden bikes with it. Also done with a bike with the Eagle on it. Amazing. So the whole thing about the more gears, it is better, but this is fine. It makes do for all but the steepest climbs, and I never have ever really run out of gear on the way down. But yeah, this crankset, cheap with the bottom bracket, $70. Race Face stuff is obviously bomb-proof, with the bearings are still just fine. After I actually bought this on my old bikes, I've had it for like 2 years now, and it's still running perfectly strong. The bearings are totally fine. I checked them, greased them. Don't even need to be replaced at all. Okay, sorry about that. We have a bunch of hikers talking in the spot where I was before, so I came here to finish the review. Next thing is going to be the brakes. I came with SLX Shimano's, which are fine, but they're a little weak. I considered I want a big downhill, kind of bigger aggressive brake, so I always have enough stopping power. I don't have to worry about them fading or anything. So I went with probably the best budget brake you can get for an enduro or downhill bike, and it's a Shimano brake. Has a lever and piston very similar to the SLX in design, but it shares the same caliper design as the Saint. So it has the 4 pistons, super good. I wanted to run 180s front and rear, but with this frame, the way the rear triangle is, especially the carbon rear triangles, is the one where it's a problem, because the brake caliper is mounted right here, not on top of the seat stay. There's only enough room in there for a 160, which is kind of annoying, but big powerful brakes make up for it. It's not really a problem. Next we have the rims and tires. These are Mavic. They're the ones that came on the bike, the Mavic EN 423s. They're alloy, obviously. They're okay. I mean, for kind of mid-range alloy wheels that come on a mid-range build bike, they're fine. They stay true enough. They do get dents pretty easy, but then again, they're not super high-end wheels. But they're fine. The back one has a couple of dents in it from getting flats and stuff, but they're fine. They work. They came tubeless ready, and yeah, no complaints with them. Also, tires had the Schwalbe Hans Damps, the 2.3s with the snakeskin. Did not like those tires at all. The only time they were good really was in the rain. They were a little better, but I didn't like them at all really. So I upgraded to the Maxxis Minion DHR2 2.4 with the EXO protection. Love these tires. I won't ever run anything else on my bikes besides the HR2s. I went with the DHR2s because they have a slightly more ramped profile, kind of better for braking. Also, they're a little wider than the DHFs. So I run the DHR, which is the DH rear on front and back. KS drop zone, and anything made by KS is obviously very good. I think I'll always run them on my bike, so I always get KS mechanically cable actuated. They're great, always reliable, never ever had any problems with it. Next is the Azonic Agile, however you pronounce that, bars, 780 wide, up from the 740s that the bike came stock with, and then with a shorter stem. The stock came with a 60 millimeter, no, 70 millimeter. I think it was long. I don't exactly remember, but the zoom stem, a little bit shorter, wider bars, perfect. Race Face strafe grips, I believe is what these are. they're super good too. I have kind of bigger hands. They're nice and big diameter, super soft and sticky, and pretty durable too. Last thing would be seat, which also is not stock. It's the Physic Tundra 2, which is off of my old bike. Carried it over. Really love this seat. Super comfy, lightweight, low profile. Never get sore on big long race days or big long adventure rides. It's nice and light. Yeah. It's good. I like it, you know, for what I do for occasional racing, occasional lift service, but mostly just kind of trail riding out here, stuff like this. Perfect. And the bike I'll be getting is the Diamondback Release 3. And the reason I'm getting that is, well, because Diamondback, I got a deal through Diamondback, so I'm getting the bike for basically half off. So it's going to be super good. I'm excited about that. Hold on, some enduro bros. Anyway, so I'll be getting the Release 3 because Diamondback gave me a deal, and I was deciding for a couple weeks now between the Release and the Mission. Mission is the big 160 travel enduro bike, but after thinking about it, I went with the Release. Has kind of better geometry. They're saying that all the reviews say that it is actually a more capable bike than the Mission, and it has a better build, kind of the build that I want. Instead of it's a full SRAM build, RockShox SRAM. It's got xt8 guides, Pike, Monarch Plus. So that will be getting here. Well, it'll be ordered anyway, immediately when this is sold. I don't. Obviously, I can't afford to have two bikes at once, so I gotta sell this one and get it. So hopefully that'll be pretty soon. It's just becoming biking season down here, so hopefully this will be sold pretty quick. So that's it for today. So we did some riding, some nice little review, and yeah. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe. Expect a lot more bike videos, probably some more skiing videos. I don't know, winter's kind of coming to an end, seems like here in Colorado. So maybe a couple more skiing videos, and also some car videos. The Subaru, got some mods planned for it, so hopefully some cool videos with that. There's one video coming up. I'm also kind of waiting for some money to do, but hopefully that'll be here in about a month or so, and that will be the exhaust for the Subaru. A nameless axle back muffler delete. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. That'll be a cool video. It'll make the car sound so much better. So yeah, thanks for watching.